how sweet? Check in. When your feet hit the street, check in. Cause if not, shit get hot, you better check it in.
Without further ado, man, who the fuck is OT Genasis?
OT, man, is a young turned nigga from Long Beach. Don't go for no bullshit. June 18, 1987. I'm an 80s baby, but I'm a Gemini, so I'm with the stupids. Real cool ass dude, but still cocky and flamboyant, and still a beat your ass at the same time. A lot of people can't figure me out, so when they asked me, it was like, if you could be anybody, who would it be? I was like, I'm the Joker, cuz in real life.
The Joker.
Crib.
Oh, okay. There it is. So look, now I got a question for you, man, because I always hear this. Because a lot of people who know the name OT Genasis, they know you from the East Coast. They a lot of people think you really come from the East Coast, and they don't know you West Coast native and really from here. Yeah. But you're not, and you're actually of a different Belizean, right?
Yeah, Belizean. Yeah.
So elaborate on that, because people don't really know that you.
Yeah, it's a lot of people. First, everybody thought I was. A lot of people thought I was from New York. Then a lot of people thought I was from Atlanta, and then the Miami, and then everybody thought that I was Haitian. And it's because, of course, of how dark I am or whatever. But still, if you go look at the Haiti flag and the Belize flag, it's the same colors, right? And it looks similar. If you don't pay attention, if you just look at it and turn the other cheek, you wouldn't recognize. So, my parents is from Central America. They from Belize. That's next to Guatemala. Moved out here, of course, to start a better life.
So you moved here. You weren't actually
no. I was originally, my mom, when she came out here, I was born here.
Okay, so you was born.
Yeah, I was born here. Yeah, but my parents, my family, everybody migrated over here. My aunties, everybody Belizean that live here. And none of them from the U.S. at all.
Okay.
But we are, So when I first was here, I was born here. I was born at Martin Luther King, and then from a youth to, I would say, it was the fourth grade. Fourth grade, I moved to Long Beach. Originally, I stayed on 59th and Broadway.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where my mama stayed at. That's when they had the Needles on the corner. It was a store called Needles, yeah. So in the fourth grade, I moved to Long Beach, and that's where I lived the rest of my life. And
Long Beach.
When it came up, Long Beach.
So what part of Long Beach? Because I mean, like people don't understand that Long Beach is big, but it's small. Snoop is from one part of Long Beach. Yeah. Trade East from one part of Long Beach, and then you from one part of Long Beach. So kind of elaborate on that a little bit. Kind of
Snoop and Trade E, they from the East. They from 20s and Insane. I'm from the North. We from two ends. So we was always on the north side. I went to Jordan High School. Snoop and them went to Poly. They was on the east. We was on the north. So we went to Jordan. So that's how we was rocking. Yeah.
And so for the people that don't know, it's like being in two different worlds. Like, in all of Long Beach, it's always been Crip affiliated.
Yeah.
So
really it wasn't no Bloods in Long Beach. That's all you know. Ain't no Bloods in Long Beach. So that's all you know.
That's right.
You feel me? You 4th, 5th grade, all you're cuss. Right. Everybody, you know what I'm saying? But
so let me ask you this. So how was the transition like as far as the language barriers and being young and being like Belize, your family being Belizean, and then that twang and going to school and then adjust? Did you get teased or how that work?
Nah, it's they'll always like when I like invite my friends to my house. They were like, "Hey, why your mama talk funny? Why your daddy talk funny?"
Right.
I'm like, nah. We Belizean. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's just how we talk. Like, you know what I mean? And they speak Creole and then they speak Garufuna. You know what I'm saying? It's a language that they had in Belize. So they used to be like, damn, why your parents talk? Why your mama talk like that? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, what? She like, is she Jamaican? No. They used to be like, is she African? Cause you know, you young, you black. That's for anything that if you black and you just sound a little bit different, the first thing they say is you African.
Right?
Like, is you African? It's like, no, man, no, we Belizean. So, it wasn't it was just, you know, I had to deal with little stuff like that, but it was just cool.
Nothing really that really hit you.
Yeah.
Look, so basically, with you being from Belize, was a lot of people asking you where you from when you start talking to motherfuckers, or it was just on some like they could just tell? You know what I mean?
They would. It was like, nah. A lot of people could tell that I was different. You know what I'm saying? I was different, and even when your mom and everybody come pick you up, because I was hard headed, a troublemaker. So, you know, the first thing when you hear my mama talking about some get in the car and she yelling from 5 miles away in the street, you know what I'm saying? They like, oh yeah, his mama different.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, how many brothers and sisters did you have?
I got 4 brothers. I got 4 brothers, but
damn.
I got 4 brothers, but 2, me and my brothers in one household. 3 of my brothers all from my daddy. You know what I'm saying? They're all in different households. One of them was, super cool. He always used to like.
What's the ages?
The ages was like they all like 7 years, apart, 6 years. Yeah. So like, one of my brothers was he was born in the Nickersons. You know what I'm saying? One of my brothers was born in the Nickersons, but that was all from my daddy. And then another one of my brothers was in Watts too, but I can't remember where he was born at. I don't keep in touch with him like that. And then another one of my brothers was like in Gardena somewhere. You know what I mean? Gardena, but I always kept a cool tie with all of them. You know what I mean? So
born in Watts. Okay.
Yeah.
So I mean,
so it was all different. Like, you know what I mean? Like my brothers was like, it's me and my little brother in the same household. Right. You know? And my pops even told me like what led to the distance between me and my brothers is, you have, baby mother situations. And they like, yo, we ain't, we not going for that, or we don't want you right over here, or this kid. And that's why, like, to this day, I make sure I tell my baby mamas, like, the kids are all the kids are innocent. Kids don't ask to be here. Right. You know what I'm saying? So you can't never, you know what I mean? Like, let your brother, you might look at a nigga like he ain't shit, but at the end of the day, that's his brother or that's his sister or whatever. So it's always been distance between me and my brothers. Right. It's always been distance between us. And I'm like, or even when they do something that I feel that's weird, I still don't even look at it like my brother. I'm like, this is weird, nigga. He probably was brought up this way. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. I'm tripping. You know what I mean? I'm trying to figure out what he owns. So it actually fuck up a whole lot of shit. Yeah. So I wish that I wish that I could have like my brothers close to me. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's something that you now see, right? That you got to make sure don't happen with your kids.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's what I fight for. That's what I fight for.
Because that was my main thought when I had my kids. And one thing I didn't want to do is I didn't want my kids to be named after me. Yeah. Because I felt like if I named one of them Junior, then the one that don't get named Junior is gonna always have that stigma. And I watched them when they came up, and they used to do that. But you on a whole nother level, like you're on the baby mama drama, knowing. And it's crazy because see, you're an entertainer, and you're a very successful entertainer. Yeah. And you conscious of that. Yeah. And I think that's what a lot of kids, especially men, need to understand, that when you start having multiple kids by multiple women, you set your kids up to be trapped where one feels like that family won because they got the father in the house. Right. And we lose it. Right. So I guess the question to you is, so how long was your father in your life, and was he there the whole time?
My father was in my life the whole time because he married my mom, so that was his last stop. Gotcha. His last stop was my mom's, so he ended up marrying my mom. But my brothers' moms didn't get that. Right. And nor did they have a man in their life. Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? And my father was always there, and my father would always reach out. You know what I mean? But it's always a problem with the moms, kind of like, nah.
Right.
You know, and you know, they always felt a certain type of way.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I know what that is. Now that I'm older,
And you dealing with that
and
situation.
you know what I mean, and to be able to deal with a situation like that, I'm like, okay, I know what it is. Not saying that it's cool, but I understand how a woman can feel that way.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, it was supposed to be me and you, and I had a child, and you chose her. But the only part that I could understand that. The only part that I can't agree with is, how do you keep the babies away from each other? You know,
Right,
and
right,
they all
right.
family. You know.
And that's the thing, man, dealing with a black man. Like, I don't know if you got kids yet, Watch. You got kids yet?
No, I ain't got no kids yet, man.
Yeah, and see, that's something that we need to prepare him for.
Yeah.
Because I'm like that. My first child is my oldest child is by somebody else. But then I married my wife, and I had 4 kids with my wife.
Right.
And then she always feels like, you know, we tight, but it's always in and out. I'm gonna always get blasted like they got this or they got that.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And,
it ain't got to be that way.
and there's no way you cannot feel like that, because if you don't have the comfort of your father in the house with you 24 hours a day, you not winning while they are.
Yeah, you feel like
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that really helps shape you. But I gotta ask you though, like, you had your father.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I didn't have a father.
Yeah.
So I felt like I ran to the streets.
Yeah.
Like, how did the streets? How was that pull with your father? Did you ever see your father hustling? Like, did he ever hustle, or did he work a job?
My father worked a job. My father worked an honest job, and my mother worked an honest job. Got her bachelor's and got her master's, but still, it don't matter what your parents are doing. You still become a product of your environment.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you could live the honest 9 to 5. You could both of y'all could live the honest 9 to 5. But you stay in the trenches, or you stay where shit is active, and you know what I mean, where shit is real active. So I caught myself going to school and or having to catch the blue line. You know what I mean? Going that way or this way.
Right.
And no matter where I'm at, I'm getting pressed. I'm by myself. I don't ask for that. You know what I'm saying? But I'm getting pressed. So you start to look for a way to defend yourself. How do I defend myself? I am my big brother.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? I only got a little brother. I am my big brother. So you press me, but I'm not asking for that. So you also have friends that you hang around, and they don't have their fathers, or they don't have their mothers. So they got broken down homes. Mm-hmm. And now, but these are your best friends. But you learn to do the same shit that they do, and your friends make sure you straight, and you make sure your friends are straight.
Right.
Mama and daddy don't know what's going on when you walk out that door,
and you can't go tell them.
And if you gotta, and you can't tell them all the time. And the first thing they try to resort to is, oh well, what we need to do. Oh well, just stay in the house. Or what we need to do, call the police. What we need to do. Whoa. Like, y'all don't get what the fuck going on out here. If I catch the 130, and I go up this way, and I get off the bus, it's all issue.
Yeah.
If I want it or if I don't. So I learned how to resort to violence as defense. You know what I'm saying? And hang with my homies and shit like that. So that's where that come from.
Right.
You know?
So that's kind of like breaking the streets down, like where we see that all the time. You know what I mean? It's kind of like you didn't ask for it, but it's in your world. And I think what people don't get, and I kind of want people to understand what he's saying, because what OT is talking about is having a father and a mother in your house, in your family, is great, but it's still outside influences. So let me ask you this: how was your grades coming up in school? Like, was you tended to like horrible? Right.
Grades was horrible, and I had homies that had straight A's, but they was knocking shit down. You know what I mean? And you're like, damn, you know. So it's never. That's why I never, like, to this day, I still can't. It's certain things that I don't understand. I guess certain things ain't meant for you to just understand.
Yes.
You know, and somebody might be going through certain shit that you just don't know. You can look at it as if their life or their situation is perfect, but that it ain't that. It ain't what you think
that.
it is. It might be your perfect,
right?
But it ain't they perfect. You know what I'm saying? So I had homies like that, and my grades was like I just wasn't into school. Like I wasn't into. It always got to be something to keep my attention. Like that's how I am. If not, then I fall off. I go to sleep or whatever. I sleep to this day. I sleep on the bed, but I sleep with my arms like this because that's how I used to sleep in class.
Got you. So look, man. Let me get this straight. You grew up in the Long Beach, on the north side of Long Beach. You had your mother and father. So how does rap music play into OT Genasis life? Like, what gravitated you to that? What was it that you seen? Videos, what?
It was music. It was for sure videos. You know, remember when they used to have a box? The box and all of that. You know, they used to have a box and all that. You know what I mean? It was the videos, and you know, you looking at the lifestyle, whatever. But I was so musically inclined, and my daddy was DJing. You know, my pops was DJing. Yeah, so he would DJ in Belize, and he would DJ in like all the little spots in LA. My dad just DJ, you know, for family, but we got a big family. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like, yo, let's go get him DJ. So my daddy always DJ. So I was listening to everything. I was just musically, I was there.
You was there.
Yeah. Musically, I was there. So that was already a gift. I started recording in my my homeboy garage. I was like in like maybe I would say like the 8th grade, but then like around 9th grade I get to high school my freshman year. I started to go through like the what you call that shit the penny saver. I started to go to the penny saver. I'm trying to figure out, you know what I mean, like how you know, you book rap gigs and all that. I'm trying to like, this is the penny saver that they put on your door.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. So I finally come across this dude who was a promoter, and I think I was on MySpace, and so he was a promoter, and he used to show me how to like sell tickets and everything. You know how Sean Healy used to do, like you sell tickets and whatever you do a show.
And people don't remember who Sean Healy was.
Yeah.
Was a big promoter back in the days.
Yeah,
and well, not back in the days. He promoted shows and book shows. He was like the man you needed to get in touch with to get booked in concerts for a minute. Shouts out to Sean Healy. And whatever he doing.
So, so I used to like sell tickets to all my homies or whatever. And
so you was going to get, you would get tickets for cheap, and then sell them back.
And go sell them
back. We called the scalping.
Yeah.
You know, we called the scalping. We did it at the Laker games. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So but then man, I just started when I would do a show or whatever, like a little small show, I perform and everybody like, yo, you different, you a superstar. To this day, like I got like little tiny like plaques that they used to give me and like awards that they used to give me.
Oh, so you was competing in
yeah. So they used to be like, yo, performer of the year, everybody used to tell me, everybody used to tell me, you gonna be a star, you gonna be big one day. Everybody used to tell me that. So my mom used to never be for it. My mom, you want to be a rapper?
That was my next question.
Your pants hanging off your ass. So my mom never went to nothing.
So your mother never came to your
She said, I don't want to see none of that. Your pants hanging off your ass. You're cussing. You're doing My mom said, I'm not going for none of that. Right?
Got you.
So I'm like, nah. She was like, and so as I get older, I'm like around 15, 16 at the time. You know how many people want to rap? You know how many people want to rap? You know how many did it? Yeah, and her upbringing, like, and I talked to my cousin not too long ago. He was like, do you think our parents, like, do you think they, like, raised us, like, to fail? I'm like, no, you can't say that. I was like, they only taught us what they knew. You know what I mean?
Right.
And for what you know, to be a rapper or to be a superstar, that shit is impossible.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? From where you come from, you're like, you want to be a rapper? That shit is impossible.
So basically, with that being said, what was your fuel? You know what I'm saying? Like what made OT like, okay, this is what I'm gonna do?
No, my fuel was really hearing that, because I always had the I don't give a fuck.
Right.
mentality. I've always like whatever I want, that's what I want, that's what I'm gonna get. Even if I had to learn myself, even you know what I mean, from juvenile hall all the way on up. Like I've always was like I'm gonna learn how I'm gonna learn, and I was always hard headed, but I always learned from my mistakes myself.
Right.
If you told me it was wrong, I'm like, let me figure it out.
I need to go figure it out.
And then after I figured it out, I wouldn't make that same mistake again.
Yeah.
But I, you know what I mean?
But so you was one of them cats who didn't have to bump his head every time.
Every time. No.
I gotta go get it.
Yeah.
You said juvenile hall. So
yeah.
You did go to juvenile hall.
Yeah.
So how did
First I went to Los Virginos first, right?
Central, Los Virginos.
And then after I go to Los Virginos, after I did that, I was trying to steal a car and shit. But after I did that, then I went to Central. And when I went to Central, it was different, right?
Central was different.
Central was different.
Was you at GNH or what?
So
LP?
I'm in Los Virginos, I'm in LP, and I'm like,
so you got to explain to people the difference.
Okay,
you got to explain because these are juvenile facilities. These are juvenile facilities that you go to before you actually get sentenced to YA. So it's Central, Los Padrinos. It's that is LP. It was another one. Hold facility before you go to, but when you get to Central, that's like gladiator school.
It is.
You fighting in Central.
Okay.
I was at GNH, so that was the big one. You know, GNH was all the. You was only going to GNH if you was the big boy, and you was gonna get your crippin', your blood, and your whatever it is. You was gonna get
all
tested. All that. You ain't coming out of Central without getting tested. So really, I mean, in Central Juvenile Hall, you checking in.
No.
So how did you check you in?
Look. When I go to LP, I first go to LP. I'm like, damn, I'm going to jail. Like you like, damn, I'm finna go to jail right now. This is crazy.
Right.
So I'm going over there. Boom. Niggas banging. Boom. Young, these is kids. We all kids.
Yeah.
Going stupid.
But it don't feel like that.
It don't feel like that.
It feel like
it don't feel like that.
It don't feel like
tripping.
that.
Everybody mugging, tripping. I'm like, what? How long you been here? I done been here for 3 months already. Whoa. And you like 3 months?
Yeah.
You done been here for 3 months? Right here? Man, that's what they used to give niggas a little bullshit, little soap like this small.
Yeah.
I'm like, whoa, you used to hear all these soap stories, cause like you know what I mean? You like, damn, you been here for 3 months? Yeah. And then like, all right, cool. I'm active. You know what I mean? I'm with my shit, but I'm a player though. Like I like, you know, niggas like, I like bitches, I like girls, I like being around. So this is, you don't want to be just locked down. Oh, now you just locked down. All right, boom. So you see niggas, boom, it is what it is. That's a breeze. LP, boom, it's a breeze. Whatever, boom. I get it on one nigga, boom. That's a breeze. Don't even worry about that. Boy, I go to Central now.
Oh yes.
A whole different ball game.
What?
Yes.
These niggas from everywhere. When I say everywhere, I mean everywhere.
Checking
I'm like,
you at the door.
Man, I couldn't even, when I'm walking in. Okay, niggas chunking out. Look at me like, what's up? When I'm walking in, boom, you know, you got your hands, put your hands behind your back, you walking in. Everybody banging. Everybody. And then on everything coming in, niggas chunking up. What's happening? And they talking low, but they talking to you because they want to go.
Yeah.
What's up? What's happening? All right. I'm like, ooh. I said, yeah.
That's how it is.
I said, yeah. I said, all right.
Yeah.
But this is the same year though. I'm like 14, 15 at the time. But it's in the same year. After I get out 3 months later, I go back. Thundering.
All day.
Easy. That's easy. That I was like, after I got out of there, like, you get your shit up, but you like, man, I ain't trying to come back here, because that's all they want. That's all they want to do.
How many push-ups you did?
That's all they want to do.
How many push-ups you did?
Little here and there. It ain't even. I'm just like, damn, it's active at Central though.
Yeah, Central
way more active than Los Padrinos. They way more active.
So let me ask you this. So you get out of Central Juvenile Hall. Mm-hmm. How old are you?
I'm like 15, 16.
So you on probation.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm on probation. Yeah.
You're on probation.
Yeah.
And then that's a drag in and of itself. So then just jumping from there because we're gonna go back.
Mm-hmm.
How the fuck do you get to Busta Rhymes? Like how that happened? How you and why didn't you try to go look up a Snoop, Trady, and none of them was on? I mean, like I know the story, but why didn't you go to Snoop or go to them because they from Long Beach? So can you explain to the people how a dude from Long Beach don't go to the captains of Long Beach at the time?
So I'm always a dude that had like a lot of pride, and I used to see my homie Aunt Nutty, Tasha, who still do Snoop here to this day. But my homie Aunt that we went to school with, we stayed 3 blocks away from each other. His mama used to do Snoop here. She still do to this day.
Oh, that's what's her name?
It's Tasha.
Yeah. That's
to this day.
Okay.
She see me to this day. She was like, oh my God.
Yeah. I know her.
She been knowing me since I was. To this day, you ask Tasha, what's up? Man, he been around since. I've been knowing this nigga since 4th, 5th grade. She was a baby.
Right.
So I used to always see him pull up in his expedition. He used to pull up when the expeditions was popping.
Mm-hmm.
He used to pull up in the expedition, everything. I'm like, damn, I just don't talk because I'm like, I don't do. I was doing music, but I'm like, I don't know. I just never wanted. I never was the type of dude to be like, hey, to say something. I'm just like, they'll figure it out. You know what I'm saying? I always was like, they'll figure it out. So one day, this is years later, I'm doing music. And I get my first deal. The first person that came after me was 50 at first. First person came after me.
So what was the song?
I did a single. It was. I had a song called Touchdown. It was going to the city at the time. Around the time it was at Supper Club, right? And I do a single deal with him, and the single deal go out. I didn't know. I thought I was just signed. I didn't know, but it was just a single deal. Meaning it was only for one song.
Right.
Only signed for one song. If we do that, if we do more after that, then that is what it is. All right, boom. I have to go back now. After I do that one song, the single deal, a couple years later, maybe like I have to go back to work. I keep recording in 3 years, maybe like 3 years later, 11. So 3 years later. So 3 years later.
So let me get this. You signed the deal with 50 first.
Yeah.
You just did a single deal because of a song that you already had popping. Right. So you grind out. Right. So you had a team to help you get to 50, or you just put the song out?
No, I just had the song out.
Radio.
I had the song out, and I was.
What was it on MySpace, YouTube?
Yeah, it was on like. I just had it popping in the clubs. Like I used to just go to the clubs.
Okay.
And just I just used to perform it every week. That's when they had Toxic out here. They had the Toxic Day Party. They had Supper Club. They had all the clubs. I used to just perform it. And everybody knew that I did music, so I just tried to get DJs to play my song, and I used to just work. So every week, I just stay in the clubs partying, but like blow.
So let me set the stage. You was coming away from Long Beach, 30 minutes away
in a taxi.
In a taxi. Mm-hmm. Okay, so because
$62.
I want people to understand the work ethic. Like what I want to, cause see, I don't want them to think that I want people to understand that. What you was doing was unique because niggas just don't do that.
Yeah.
And niggas don't even think it worked.
Yeah.
And I can tell an artist today, go get your shit popping in the club. Dudes don't understand that. And so what you saying is, basically, you came from Long Beach, $62 to LA, that's really dominated by LA niggas.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who really run these clubs and functioning with these LA niggas. You know what I mean? And getting these promoters to let you get on the stage and perform these songs at these different clubs.
Yeah.
And then it started picking up from doing that.
Every week, and if a club was popping like 3-4 days a week, I make sure that I was at every club. And even if a DJ didn't want to play my song and he waited to the end of the night to play my song, I'll sit right there next to him or close by him and wait for him to play that song. And after he do, it's cool. Even if it was 1 million people in the club, only 100,000 a year, I'm cool with that 100,000. You know what I'm saying? And I was just grinding, and I started earning my respect, not just from the people and the that was in the club, but I started earning my respect from the DJs.
Right.
I mean, knowing that and I don't come there, trying to bully nobody. I'm just like, hey, you know what I'm saying? This is my thing. This is what I got going on.
Grind.
But I'm just grinding. And so it was that. And so if you heard the song, you hear the song so many times that it'll get stuck in somebody's head because everybody was partying every week.
Right.
So if I could get to a part, if I could get to a part where a DJ can play it twice in one night, I'm good with that, because if your shit is catching up, it's gonna stick. You hear something twice in one night, and you hear it the other night when you go out, you're like, this is a song from the other night. I don't know what it is, but I know I heard that before. And for you to even lock that in your brain and be like, I heard that before, I got you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I got you. So I always stuck with this, and and stay working. So it comes one night that's, I do the song again. I go to Playhouse, and as I'm in Playhouse, it was BET weekend, and Busta was in there. It was BET weekend, and I come out, I perform it. When I perform it, then everybody going, the whole club going crazy, and I perform it like 5 times. It's the same reaction. You cut her off.
What song was that?
Bring It Back. It was a touchdown. It was just Bring It Back. There. All right, well, Bring It Back. You hear the crowd go so crazy, because they'll go crazy from some shit that they heard, and everybody, everybody tend to go crazy the shit that they hear from everywhere else that's in our city. But then when you hear some shit that's home based and some shit that you be hearing, you feel like it's something personal that you have with that song.
Yeah.
It's something personal that you have with that song. So it don't gotta be as big as that. But as long as you have that personal connection with that song, when you hear that motherfucker, you feel like that's my shit. You don't feel like that's everybody's shit.
No.
You feel like that's my shit.
Yes, sir.
And that's why I had that kind of vibe in the club. So everybody was going crazy. And then Buzz reached from the thing and grabbed me. Hey, little nigga, who you signed to? I signed nobody. He like, yo, we gotta go talk. We gotta talk. I'm like, all right, whatever.
And that's how that happened.
So look, before the Busta shit, right? How long did you push that record? Because a lot of artists, they feel like, I'm gonna drop the song, it's supposed to bubble.
Yeah.
The song, so
You know what? I was pushing it for a few years, maybe 2.5, 3 years. You know what I'm saying? And that was only because I had faith in it. And I talked to one dude. I don't know if you know, this is gonna be crazy, but his name was Pooh. He was G Malone manager. I think it was his brother. Pooh.
Yeah, Pooh.
So Pooh told me years ago when Glasses had certified, Pooh said, listen, it was like, you get one song that you really love, so a song that you really love and that you think is the one, and support it and say, don't drop no albums yet, don't do nothing yet. You want to get your attention? This one song. If you got faith in it, keep pushing, don't let it go.
Yes, sir.
To this day, he told me that, and I still remember that.
And that's what
I still remember that. I don't even know where Pooh at right now. I gotta seriously weird.
Yeah.
But I just mentioned his name, and that was
it.
years ago. You know when Glasses had certified?
I remember that. No, I remember the whole thing. I gotta move on with these questions. I got another question for you, right? Because the show is checking in. Being that you from South Central, you from LA, all right, and it's a strong gang culture.
Mm-hmm.
And how do you move in LA? Like, how does it move with the checking in? Because you got a lot of dudes who come from other places, and do they check in with you? How do you approach the checking in? Because you in LA, it's the epicenter. A lot of us, we don't even have to leave the West Coast to be successful. We don't have to go to certain places in those cities, because we got the whole West Coast. We got Frisco, San Diego, Vegas, all that's home to us. But you got different Crip sets, different blood sets, different. How does OT maneuver in LA and dealing with the different gangs, and the different gangs that don't get along do get along, that may not get along with you? And then how does OT look at dudes who come to LA? Do you believe in the checking in process?
Well, first and foremost, I do believe in the checking in process. And see, some people look at it like, yo, y'all just want to bully, y'all just want to this, y'all want to. It ain't that. it's that where we come from, it's a lot of hungry. When I say hungry niggas out here. Hungry. And if I look at you, or I look at you as an associate or a buddy or a friend or somebody that's cool, I suggest you do that, because let me tell you what's gonna happen. You're gonna move around here like a couple niggas have. I told a couple niggas, I said, look, even if I'm not with you every day, put a plug in my ear. As soon as something happened to a nigga, you know a nigga start, they wait till something happens to hit you. I'm like, I don't want to talk to you no more.
Exactly.
Because I told you, use on more, everything gonna be nice. But I mean, it ain't gonna be like that when niggas come to play.
Exactly.
When them niggas come to play, it's nothing gonna be nice. And I keep telling them, you gonna move, you gonna do whatever you do. Yes, do whatever you do. But it's only gonna last so long before them vultures come over here.
Right.
You feel me? And them vultures is locked in with niggas that they know, they care about, they fuck with, they got respect for, shit like that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, if I go to a city and I'm moving around the city or whatever, I'm not saying, you know what, I'm a bitch or I'm a this, or I'm a whoop. If I'm moving around and I want to move around freely like the nigga that I am, I might lock in with a couple niggas and I'm gonna move around how we move around.
Exactly.
That's just how we gonna move around.
Exactly.
And you wanna come here,
And now,
and then wait till something happen? I
Right.
don't wanna talk to you. Don't call me. Cause I told you. You think it's a game. But you know what it is. Niggas have egos.
right.
And egos make niggas be like, man, what? Man, them niggas talking about what? Man, I wish a nigga would. Yeah. So the right amount of niggas is on you. Man, we don't care. Ain't no none of that. That security, ain't no none of that. They duck too. They duck too. I saw it. They duck too. So, but as far as me, you know what I mean? Talk as far as OT go, when I move around, I stay solid. And you know what I mean? Lock in with the niggas that I lock in with. You know what I'm saying? And you know, respect those who respect me, and I don't disrespect, and I keep my distance, keep it solid.
So look, I wanted to know basically, because now, as far as artists, it's a whole lot of artists that's gangbanging, right? You feel like it's easier when you gangbang to like get your shine on, or do it make it complicated because of these ties that you know what I'm saying, that you made?
You know what? I never was the type of person that like, you know what? I think it make it easier, right? But I never wanted it. Me specifically, I never wanted it to be the easy way. Right. So even when I came up, I never said I was from Long Beach. I never said whoop. I never said, you know what I mean? And I was doing my music, and then it was this one DJ. He was like, "Yo, OT sound like he from somewhere else. He needs to switch it up and do this like this." I'm like, why? He like, man, yo, OT, they saying that you need to whoa. I said, man, I'm not doing nothing that I don't want to do. Boom, end up becoming very successful. So then after I become very successful, now you can't change your mind on me no more. It's too late. I'm already lit.
Not real shit.
You know what I'm saying? And then now niggas like, what? Oh, niggas start crippling out of nowhere. Nigga, this shit ain't never came from nowhere.
Check it in.
I got a question for you. You said something. I got a question for you.
No,
You're not a 10.
I gotta get this one off my chest.
Okay.
It's been bugging with me. Okay, so Eugene called himself King of R&B, which we didn't hear. You didn't call yourself.
Nah, that's
R&B.
me.
Y'all both here, so we gotta settle this shit down. You know what I'm saying? Who the King of R&B though? Like?
No, this is my show, and I'm the serious one on the show. So I'm gonna just be the king.
You the King of R&B?
Yeah. If we on the stage, we on the stage, or we in North Long Beach. You know what I'm saying? Right now, we are in Long Beach. But right now, we on the bus.
Right.
I'm the king of R&B.
What
because Snoop said it.
Though?
Snoop said it.
Just because Snoop said it, but what makes you?
Snoop the king of Long Beach, nigga.
So he could just duke anybody.
Yeah, that's the
duke your niggas like you just
yeah, he duped me. This nigga is just the prince.
What's your qualifications of being the king of R&B? Because this old ass nigga ain't gonna tell me shit. So.
I am R&B. This nigga didn't do R&B in his age. They rap.
I guarantee you, your R&B ain't R&B though.
Rap is the number one genre in his era. R&B was the number one genre in mine. So how can he be R&B?
R&B have changed though. That's like you like Ron Isley, the Spinners and shit like that. I'm
You
like,
damn
well,
right.
Okay, so
You damn right.
That man said New Edition. Man, look, man. Okay, I got to get to these questions, man, because I mean the people want to know. So look, we here. I got a question for you. I seen the verses, right? How it happened, man? How did that happen? Did she call you? You called her?
I was on the phone. I was on the phone with her. I was actually at my homie house, and then Sincere had the phone. Sincere came over. You know Sincere, right?
Yeah. Chicago.
Yeah. So Sincere had he had his phone, and she was calling him, and I'm faded. I'm just in partying. And he happened to be walking around me. He don't drink, so I'm telling him to drink while you here. Like, you come over here, like you got to drink. So he like, all right. So he like, oh shit, look G, you know he's Chicago. Look G, and it's her. So I pick up the phone. No, I'm like, pick up, tell her I'm right here. So, and I'm loaded too. So I'm like, what's up? Whoa. So we chopping it up. I'm like, what's up? She like, oh, she looked like, what? Right? So I'm like, what's up? She like, oh. She's shaking her head. I'm like, what's up? So we
y'all was on FaceTime?
We was on FaceTime.
Got you.
So we talking about it on Sincere phone though.
Yeah.
So we just chopping it up, and then maybe like 15 minutes into it, we got like real serious, and we just talking. And I had to tell her where I was coming from. And I was like, yo, look, whoa. She was like, yo, this is where I was coming from. This is where you coming from. She was like, I asked everybody. She said, I asked everybody about you. She was like, and everybody keep talking about how you a cool ass nigga. She was like, but me, she's like, excuse me. She like, me, I just couldn't see it. I'm like, you know what I mean? But I'm like,
right.
But everybody I asked talk about how cool you is, and you be joking and playing, and you just your personality. And I'm like, yeah. So we just start chopping up, and then we start talking about the studio. She's like, yo, I'm gonna be in the studio. This. So we just talking about the studio, whatever. So maybe a week later, me and her go to the studio
together.
Go to the same studio, record a song. We record a song and everything. I record a song for her album. So this is exclusive. So
yeah.
No, exclusive. So yeah.
So she got one coming. Okay.
So this so we do a song for her album, and we do that, and we start chopping it up, and we start talking about the verses and everything like that. And I was like, I would love the support and everything like that. We were just talking about, we're just coming up with ideas like, yo, that would be dope. Because nobody knowing that me and her in the same studio kicking it, laughing, just talking about shit.
Because we don't get that. We
everybody
beefs
just get
and all that.
Exactly. So that's going on, and so the next verse I was supposed to be there, but it got canceled, and then another one got canceled, then whatever. So I'm like, damn, is this shit ever gonna happen? So then it's supposed to happen top of the year, like the 5th, 6th or something like that. So now it finally happened. So now we get there. Boom, we get there. She's like, so I'm like, it's time. You know what I mean? I'm like, it's time. So she getting dressed or whatever, and we all got to take our COVID test, everything, So the first thing I witnessed was her screen didn't look good. It was like distorted on her screen if you look at Ashanti's and you look at hers, and it was like distorted, like somebody somebody wasn't getting that shit right.
So they were setting her up.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like,
somebody was on some bullshit,
right? But and she originally didn't want to have it where they were separated. She wanted to have them together, and she was like, I don't want no Teddy Riley situation. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And it looked like it was gonna be that. So as I go online, I'm going on my phone. I'm like, yo, why your stuff look like that? I'm like, why your stuff like that? Nah. So I'm like, yo, I hit her like, yo, why she getting changed? I'm like, yo, your shit look crazy. So I went over there, go fix a bunch of shit, make sure everybody go fix things, and her shit came out nice, man, and you know what I mean. We had a dope moment, you know what I mean, and everybody like, what the, where this come from? So, you know, so I would like to say that shit cool now, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So yeah, it's cool.
Did you ever think it was gonna like get like that? 'Cause when I seen it, this shit on social, I was like, man, y'all going.
No, you know what it was? It was her. That's what I say. It was her sister that took it far like that. But they got the same mama, so I'm being very disrespectful. But you know what I'm saying? Because I was told that, you know, it don't matter how you disrespect a motherfucker. Y'all disrespect. So that's what I'm. You know what I mean? That's how I move. You know what I'm saying? So everybody look at me like, oh, nigga, you the devil because of the shit you saying. But I'm like, no, if motherfucker saying it, like her sister say, yeah, like your damaged sperm. And my first son got autism. So that's what she was saying.
Right.
But nobody got what that was. So I'm like, why would you say? I'm like, oh, so it's like that. Oh, let's play ball. Right. So I'm going crazy, and nobody know where it's coming from. Like nobody found out or figured out what she was saying
at that moment. They just like, whoa. So, but when I said, whoa, about our moms and but I apologized to her. Like, look, I apologize for what I said to Mom Dukes and blah 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 blah. Whoa. If y'all didn't have the same mama, it would have been a different story. You know what I'm saying? But y'all got the same moms and whatever. Yeah, you can't
so
shoot.
You know
what?
Don't
shoot back.
Nah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm one of them niggas, and I'm gonna ask you because that's me. I don't let a nigga disrespect me in public and then apologize behind doors.
Yeah.
We ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah.
I'm that nigga the same way you disrespect me.
Yeah. It's like if it was me and her, then that's different. You know what I'm saying? But it was me and her sister. Somebody that, you know, she don't even fuck with.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I didn't know this until we got cool.
And then you understand, like,
then
that was like,
so I'm like, my bad, man. You know what I'm saying? Like
that, you know what that is, bro? That's the grown man in you.
Yeah.
That's the getting to the next level of being a man.
Yeah.
Check it in.
Where are you in a relationship? Because everything I'm in my mind is like, now you're older. You have money and you understand what young people don't understand. You understand bills. You met that motherfucker Bill, and then you met the motherfucker named Taxes. You know what I'm saying? And then you seeing. So what's the next level for OT? Like ownership, starting your own label and start signing people and still continue to put out hits.
Yeah.
But what's the next level politically and owning property and all that? So let me know what we looking at in the next couple of years with OT.
As far as me, right now I'm in a place where I want to, you know, definitely sign artists. You know what I mean? Change people's lives. You know, I just want to change. At this moment, I just want to change lives, man, and you know, grow mine. And I'm especially with COVID taking place, I've invested a lot. You know, into everything that I wouldn't invest to, whether it's coins or stocks or property, but I've invested, you know, and you know, and learn, you know, from this sit down, you know, and this is the kind of things that they say, like, you know, when you're incarcerated, this is the kind of shit that you kind of, you know, think of. So I just want to invest more, be an entrepreneur. The people that's before me that do music, like the 50s and the Diddy's and the Jay-Z's and people that we look up to, this was always how they started. This would kick the doors down. The music kicked the doors down. You know, they use that to get where they wanted to really go.
Right.
So we can look at 50 and we say vitamin water. We could look at Diddy and say Ciroc. We could look at Dr. Dre and say Apple. You know, it's the investments in where you're willing to go and what's your long-term goals. So everything is cool, like the jewelry, the fun, the women, all of that. But as you become older, you start to realize a lot of this shit ain't really nothing. You know, I'm looking forward to longevity, wealth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I want to make sure that my kids' kids is okay, because once I leave this earth, I don't never want to be the person when you look at the family wall and say, he was a rapper and he made it, and like, look what he left for us. Look what he left for us, and look how the kids, and look how the kids can help other kids, and the kids can help other kids, and so it's all about that. It's all about the longevity.
Who's the matchup? How tall are you?
I'm 5'10".
5'10". So, at your age, who's the matchup? You and Roy Jones, or you and Mike Tyson? I mean, and your discipline. Like, we're not going to their discipline because it don't make no sense.
Oh, so we're not going to their discipline?
No, we just nigga, we in the streets.
Either one.
Either one of them.
Yeah, either one.
Because why?
With my discipline, yeah.
Because your discipline is
I
what?
know it's so much that I could do. That's what I'm saying. It's just,
I mean,
it's just too.
It was a loaded question.
Yeah.
But I need you to tell the world why you saying that. So neither one of them. Why you saying that?
Because
I'm talking about a young Tyson, the young big buff.
Don't matter.
I mean, talk to me. What does it matter?
Don't matter because you ain't never seen. You never seen Tyson like choked out. You never seen nobody slice Tyson, like you never seen Tyson get in a clinch and somebody like slice his eye with an elbow. You never seen, somebody fake like they was jabbing and then grab Tyson leg and then that was it. If I grab him, it's
That's
over.
some big ass legs.
Yeah, but
he's strong
it
though.
don't matter. But if I grab him, it's over.
He
can throw all the punches and the hooks he want, but if I grab you, it's over.
If I get you on the ground, cuz
I'm just saying.
I'm just saying. No matter how big your legs, like, dude, what you like?
But he's strong too.
Like, what do you do? Do you reach down and try to punch when somebody? Once I grab, and I got it. Once if I got it, I got it.
You got it.
If I got it, I got it. So it's like
OT got Tyson,
but
the young Tyson.
But
this young OT.
Yeah, but if we talking about boxing, that's straight boxing.
No. I'm talking about
no. Well, my discipline, for sure.
Okay, we're gonna leave it out to. What about you? Who you got?
Tyson.
You got Tyson over OT?
Yeah, he got. I believe
you got Tyson over OT.
Yeah.
I got OT.
Check it in.
I watch and study a lot of youngsters that they don't even know I'll be watching them and studying. And I watch a lot of it's a lot of youngsters I like that's making it in music, and they don't know that I respect their grind. Like I like Blueface, you know what I'm saying? And I know that our hood and their hood ain't always clicked, but I like Cuz grind, because before he got with Wack and all that, Cuz was grinding,
right,
getting it.
Right.
I like Manchester. I don't know what happened to him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like I watch all these youngsters that pop on my timeline, and then I go back and I look at them and I like to see work ethic. You know what I'm saying? I like and I want to meet them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I like being around energy. It just it'll be the drawback. It'll be like they homies will be like, oh no, Big U this, Big U pushing line, Big U want to and want to get in the nigga business. I just want to congratulate a motherfucker on hard work.
Yeah.
And if a nigga invite me to the studio, I'm gonna pull up to the studio.
Yeah.
And then nigga invite me to whatever. But I don't think it'd be a lot of time be them, it'd be their homeboys. Or whoever managing them, they be scared Big U going to but nah, I want to meet him.
Nah, real shit.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even know if he knew that though.
Nah, I didn't.
Yeah, I want to meet him. Like I want to meet AD.
Yeah.
Like I was a fan of AD's, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that's how, and then they don't know, but I made our relationship.
Yeah.
Cause first thing I meet them, what's up, nephew? I'm gonna, invite him off again. I don't care who they with, who he with, but that's just always been me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's how he don't know how he know me. All he know is the old nigga was cool. You know what I'm saying?
The old nigga was cool.
That's it.
Oh shit. I maxed a lot of niggas out of my lifetime. Well, let's talk about this one. So I seen a nigga walking out the club. Cub was eating a hot dog. You know the street meat, Cub, when you get out walk about the club.
Bacon wrap though?
Yeah. Gave Cub a 1-2, bang bang, and everything. Had Cub sliding down the car like he was in a music video with a nigga and nigga missing his bitch. Cub looked like that. Cub was sliding down the car like Cub was sliding down the car slow.
Yeah, man. See, what y'all don't understand is you got to check in, man. Everywhere I go, I check in, man. No, I don't get checked, I check in. It's a big difference, man. You gotta really understand what I'm